What up? Happy Wednesday. I'm your host, Erica Kane, alongside
your favorite DJ, Randy Savage.
And we have a special guest of the night,
Queen Tay, the designer.
You have now stepped into
the Champagne Room.
Welcome to the Champagne Room. This is the third episode. I'm proud. It came a long way, you know. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out to the wine sponsor of the night. The wine sponsor. Dope wine. We're going to bust it open real soon. How was your week?
It wasn't bad. It was a busy week so far. A little bit relaxing too, because today was one of those days where we're not doing nothing, you know. But it was good. It was good, and just preparing for today, you know. Yeah, I'm excited for today's podcast and our guests. Yeah.
So, how was your week?
It was busy, to say the least. It was busy. I think this week was. It's only Wednesday. I'm tired, but I'm glad. I'm grateful. I'm here today.
And how was your week, Miss Ida?
My week was busy. Busy with work, busy with life, busy with the kids, and just really preparing for today. This is a special day for me because what we went through the last 2 weeks, just to be here today is a total blessing, and I love it.
Totally.
You know? And I gotta take a sip for that too.
Cheers.
So, tell us about yourself, what you do, where you from.
My name's Shantae. Everyone calls me Tay. I go by Queen Tay as well. I am 26. I'm a designer from Toronto, and I design unisex garments, silk, fur, you name it, going into leather. As of right now, I'm working on my spring collection, the Inception Collection. Find me on Instagram. Follow me, share, repost.
Sick.
Yeah, it's me.
So what made you decide to launch when you did last year, and what was your fuel? What did you say to yourself, like, I gotta do this?
I launched August 31st of 2020. I've been designing for a while, just for myself and for my friends and for my family. And my grandma unfortunately passed August 8th of 2020.
Oh, my condolences.
Thank you.
I never got to share with her the things I was making and working on this far, considering I was preparing to launch. So she passed before I got to share with her, and that was like my fire. That was what I needed to do at that time. And I did a lot of things in honor of her since that time, and I think that's unfortunate, but that's what fuels me now, and that gives me all the motivation that I need to keep going.
No, that's amazing.
And that's my journey so far.
So how do you find that when you launched last year? How did COVID really affect you when it coming to your brand and designing and customers?
Honestly, everything's in divine order. I feel like from when I launched up until now, I haven't really felt the pandemic. I still work. I'm a developmental worker with young adults.
Amen.
So I do that. I'm essential, and I design on the side. So nothing stops my hustle, and I think like the supporters really support me, and I really appreciate everyone that has shopped for me thus far. And there's slow seasons, slow days, but that's gonna happen. You know, overall, I haven't been affected, and I give thanks for that.
That's really, really good. Also, me and her also worked together on a collaboration with my leather gloves and her fur. So we did 2 colors. We did blue and we did green, and the feedback was really good.
Yeah.
And also she makes dope fur headbands. Like, I mean, like those headbands, those dirty headbands that you see all the celebs wearing. Like, I mean, she makes that shit. She's really dope with that. Tell us what was your inspiration about?
And what type of material do you use for?
So I started off with silk. I'm wearing a silk piece now that I'm gonna add in spring, in April. So I wanted to do silk meets fur. I always liked fur. I was always a lavish little kid. my dad's only child, so I just it was just always in my blood to be lavish. And quite frankly, that's where I wanted to take it. I feel like as Black people, we're not always given the opportunity to just be ourselves or engulf in lavish things as a norm. So no, we're gonna make it a norm, and the Inception Collection stands for that.
Yes.
And so I did silk meets fur into Christmas, and I went into fox fur, rabbit fur, fin coon, mink. I did fur headbands. I did a collab with House of Dame for the gloves. I did for earmuffs, a couple for masks, just trying different things, trial and error, to be honest. It did really well, from black fur to brown fur to gray fur to blue fur. There's a dyeing process, a stretching process. Like, I learned a lot. I didn't know any of this until December. Like, I definitely took my time and went through the course, and I found my manufacturers and just put the work in, and I love it. You know, the outcome is definitely fruit of my labor, so I'm grateful.
That's really dope. I'm just happy. I'm really proud of you. I've seen you come a long way and do your thing, and I'm so happy that you're here. When I called you and I was like, hey girl, you want to come on the podcast or whatever, like you were really embracing. You're like, yes, with me, like, you know, come on. So since you're on the Champagne Room, what we do, we definitely talk about topics, you know. And since we're here with a fellow businesswoman as well, what is your take on friendship in business?
Friendship in business, I feel like it's cool to mix the two depending on the relationship of the friendship, but sometimes it gets too personal. I've learned on my own personal journey that your friends are not going to support you, even if you thought they would along the way, and you just don't take it personal. You kind of just roll with the punches as they come. I've also learned that your family is your rock, and to go to them when you need help. And like, even though their family is still, to me, goes with friends of business. Like, I can involve them where they need to be involved, but it's my ship and I'm steering it. You know, like, I'm handing out the task for you to help me with, and if you can't help me, that's no problem.
Then no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Sure. But we all have our own destiny. We all have the things that we're talented and gifted with. So, of course, you know, you do your thing. But, you know, whoever wants to be on board and can support you, they will, you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
you have to let it go.
Yeah, I agree.
And no hard feelings, no malice, nothing. You know?
That's what it is. No hard feelings, no malice. I think people automatically assume, like, because we're not seeing eye to eye, we're now enemies. Like, I don't do things like that.
No. I agree. I feel like I agree with what you're saying too. I feel like not every friendship is meant for business. I feel like there's friends for different parts of your life in your world. I've been through experiences with friends where, you know, the business it didn't mix, you know, and sometimes you lose friends through it, or you gain family through it, meaning friends turn into family, and you have to have an understanding with each other, you know. But it's definitely like not always the best way, I could say, for me in my experience. What about yours?
You know, well, I have very few friends just to begin with, so the little friends that I have, they do support me. So, yeah. And you know, I have a lot of supporters, like acquaintances and such, you know, which God bless them, you know.
And I find that the acquaintances are the ones that
they're there. They show up.
They show up and show out.
They show out.
I'll have strangers rooting for me.
Yes.
Online and repost it. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my god, I wake up and I'm like,
those mean the most.
How cool is that?
Yeah,
that's
how
fucking
cool
cool.
Is that? Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, you know who I am?
Yeah.
You see me.
You see me.
I now see you seeing me.
Right,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
And then you'll have friends that will literally watch you post your stories
and not
or not even a like.
Not a repost.
They just watch. It's like, aren't you proud of me?
Yeah.
But I find that a lot of people are unhappy with the entrepreneurs because we have the guts to do it.
Yes.
Like,
Eve doesn't work.
You know what I mean?
We did it.
Yeah,
You have
it's
to
not
try.
easy.
We have to
Yeah.
try. You know how many
Yeah.
times I
Yeah.
failed starting House Today? So many times I would just take my earrings and just mash them all up and throw it in the garbage. I don't
Really?
give a fucking shit about it. Yeah. How much times like I had to design my gloves and stuff and they fucked it up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And now I'm set back for like months because I'm there promoting something and it's not
It's
here.
not it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know? But I didn't give up, you know? I didn't give up. And with you don't give up. With Randy becoming a DJ, like I'm sure she went through, you know, what she had to go through. And like even this, the Champagne Room podcast, this is a new thing for me. Like what? Like
You
You're doing great though.
like
We love it here. Yeah.
you know. By the way, we need to open up a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one at the bottom.
Okay.
There.
And you know, and that's why I was so like, I was ecstatic when Erica reached out to me, because it's like, House of Dame Erica. I mean, I might not talk to you every day, but I always respect and support your business. I always love the quality of your stuff.
Yeah.
And you're pretty from a long time. I know you're a quality girl, right? So you'll only give off that. You understand?
Quality energy.
And that's why it's nice to meet you. It's
Thank
nice to
you.
meet quality people and quality women. You understand?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you gotta take care of thyself. You know? One clock, yeah.
Blessings. Champagne showers. Champagne showers.
So, what are your future plans? Do you see yourself continuing to just be a luxury brand, or maybe one day if Dolce & Gabbana or Gucci were to holler at you to be the head of design, would you do it?
Would I do it? I feel like I definitely want to be in a department store, a part of a brand in the future. But I want to have my own storefront, my own location, my own Inception Collection.
Yeah.
When I was working on my brands to begin with, it was never supposed to be accessories. Like I was working on unisex clothes, and then the accessories just kind of started on its own. I made one scarf for my friends and I. We did a photo shoot, and it went really well. And then I got a couple requests to make like personal one-to-one garments, and then it was pandemic. We had to make ends meet out of something, you know. And my job wasn't affected, but I just was passionate about doing something for myself, and the time just felt like it was now. And then my grandma passed, and then that was when I knew it was now. You know, it was even too late, but I think everything is in divine order. Like, it was supposed to be what it is. Like my top selling silk right now is actually the Ellie silk, which is named after my grandma. So
cheers to you, darling.
Thank
Cheers. You know, I lost my grandma earlier in October. So I know exactly what you're saying. That was like my queen rock, like
yeah,
the sweetest, you know, like the sternest, but the sweetest, you know.
yeah.
And it's like, you know,
You don't realize till they're gone. Like,
you don't realize till they're gone, and especially if it's sudden, it's something that is like
unexpected, wasn't prepared
unexpected.
for. Yeah.
You didn't see it coming, and it hit you right down. So you got knocked down, and you're slowly
You're
getting
moving.
you're moving.
You're moving weight, girl.
You're moving,
Now,
and
I
your
have,
grandma's
to
giving you
ask,
that
I
energy.
have to ask about this piece of artwork behind you.
Yes. Yes. The Inception Collection is coming out with our spring collection
Woo!
in April. And I've designed this box bucket bag.
Wicked.
Oh, this is so
Wicked.
cute.
Wicked.
It'll
This
come
is
in
so
4
sweet.
colors. This is the first color, the sage green.
Woo!
Beautiful.
We're gonna do a lilac. We'll do a salmon pink and a black.
Salmon pink.
Yeah.
Girl.
I need
Yes.
one. I need one for my
Definitely.
birthday. I need one for the spring. I need one for
Material,
summer.
please.
Leather and PVC.
Well,
Nice.
nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I'm so proud.
Nice.
Proud. This is
Appreciate it.
beautiful.
Very nice.
Yes, so how is this lockdown doing for you? Like, I mean, your personal relationships, your friends.
That question is like, oh. Well, I got to go there. Why you do that? Personal relationships. I'm trying to maintain them. Honestly, I've been really distant. I live far. I live out of town. I drove an hour to get here.
Oh, wow.
So, honestly, I'm just in my own zone right now.
Okay.
No, that's love right there.
Yes.
For someone to literally
Jano.
drive an hour to
Yes, it
support
is.
me and
Yeah.
Randy and what we're doing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, bless.
Yes.
Love it from the beginning.
Mhm.
From House of Dame to now the champagne room. Like, what's next?
Right?
House of
Yeah.
Dame is still, House of Dame will
Always
be there.
Yeah,
I will
but
always
you don't keep
do
adding
that.
to your accolades.
You
like,
know?
Yeah.
So it's just, I also to like, I look at it like, I talk to my girls all the time. When we talk on the phone, we'll be on the phone for like a whole hour, hour and a half, and just like when we're together and we chill on our own and we're discussing business, like we talk. So I'm just like, you know, why can't I just
make it
happen? And we drink anyways. And welcome to the champagne room and talk about stuff, what's going on. Not, we shouldn't be sitting there and watching the shade room and everybody else do it. But we're all sitting here with the same gifts, but everyone's afraid to do it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's a big part of me doing it. And everyone who comes on here has something to celebrate. Just being alive is a celebration.
Yes.
I just found out like how many people that I know got COVID. And it's just like, I thought you guys, these are the same people that used to say, COVID ain't real. COVID ain't real. COVID is fucking real. Okay. I'm a personal support worker. Also with her, I'm an essential worker. That shit is real. You still have to take precautions. And like, I just won't randomly go and run into somebody that I'm not around with a lot, because you really don't know where the hell they've been.
Yeah.
Especially like a friend that just calls you out of the blue after 6 months. Come on, link up.
No.
Where were you?
Yeah.
Like, who was sitting at your house? Like, you know,
don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Well, I'm intrigued by this Inception collection.
Yeah.
So it's the collection is what, scarves?
I started off
head
with
ties.
scarves.
When you say scarves,
Multifunctional scarves. So there's this one that's a head tie.
What about that you can tie over
Yeah.
boobs and
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah, she
I
does
want
that
one
too.
of those.
She does that
Yeah,
too.
they come in different styles, different colors. I'm big on colors and like representation and like angel numbers and you know.
Angel numbers.
Yes, please explain that
What's
to us.
this?
You were telling me about when I called you. This episode was special to you due to the numbers.
Mm-hmm. So Erica called me to be on the Champagne Room for the 3rd episode, and to let me know, you know, like the rundown of the show, how it goes, and I just let her know that I feel like I've been wanting to step out of my own shell and do certain things, but like, you know, fear is real, even in the slightest. Like, no matter how confident I might look or feel, like I have those days too. So number 3 is an angel number special to me and the Inception Collection. The Inception Collection is spelled THEE to the power of 3. Inception Collection. So 3 represents creativity, love, outbound, and like breaking fear, breaking your boundaries, being destined for greatness.
Stepping outside the box a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, put fear aside. Because, you know, it's not easy being in front of the camera. We
At
don't want
all.
to put ourselves out there.
It's a lot.
You know, it's a lot. It's
As
a
we're
lot.
filming, I'm like, do I look too fat?
No,
Like, but it's real.
Yeah.
You know?
So, yeah, being on the 3rd episode, considering that I wanted to do something out of my box, and you called me, and then I pulled up here.
Yes.
And right now we are in unit, 3.
Yes.
Yeah, we're in unit 3. So I just feel like everything is unfolding the way it's supposed to. And, so Inception Collection. I forgot your question, Randy. What'd you ask me?
Oh, the Inception Collection.
I gotta
if you had, so what is it? Scarf, like hair ties?
Scarves. So I started
ties.
off doing scarves in general, fashion scarves, unisex, multifunctional scarves, from head ties to neck wraps to body wraps to a lot of men like to do turbans, like the whole little bandeau tie on their head.
Wait, sorry, your neck wraps, is that for like maybe older women?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
My grandma has a couple. There's
nice.
smaller sizes.
Okay.
I have the standard size. I have the long silk. There's different sizes.
Nice.
I don't have a website yet, but my Instagram is fully loaded. Check it out.
Please give them your handle right now.
Yeah, the Inception Collection. On Instagram, it's THEE to the power of 3. Inception_collection. Follow me, share, tag, and repost.
Yes. Lovely. I'm so happy that you came.
Me too.
The vibe is nice, and we gotta shout out the production team here.
Yes,
is amazing. Big up our girl Shan on the production team. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to be seen, but she's doing her job.
She's here.
Okay,
she's
and
present.
we have
All hands
also
are necessary.
when we go on our champagne room live, we also have a special guest too. You know what I mean? But you gotta see the live to see, right? So we're winding down to the end of the show tonight, and we are going to drink our lovely wine by the I
can't wait. What's
Wine
it called?
Company. The Wine Company.
God.
Yes.
So, and who made this again?
The I Company.
Okay.
This is a Pinot Chardonnay. He definitely sponsored us with this. This is pretty aged. Wow, since 2010.
Nice.
He's in the city.
He's actually in the city. He's in the West End. Anybody interested in copping a bottle, his @ is at the I on Instagram, and also you can hit me up. I can definitely forward you his information and get it. And we're about to taste this right now.
Now it's up to her. Yes. Got it.
Woo!
Bottle popping.
Cheers. Thank you.
DJ Randy.
Yes, madam. Thank you.
All right, so let's take a sip. Let's cheers.
Cheers to friends in business.
Cheers to friends in business.
Cheers.
Cheers. This tastes good.
Yeah.
This tastes really good.
Mm-hmm.
This
Like,
tastes really nice.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Actually,
Like fine wine.
This tastes good. Big up the I Wine. So as you know how we do it in the champagne room, we're gonna tune into one of Toronto's best. If not the best, then who? DJ Randy on the ones and twos. Want the wine or champagne?
You know about us. I got what you need. Woke up in the store right there with you. You get what you please.